The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more developed by a gamer for gamers and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts.
Oh my, this will not do. You are dead on your feet and skin and bones to boot. I just made some orc omelets for everyone. Would you like some? You know, I learned this recipe from an amazing orc cook that I know. What do you think? Oh, never mind, I never could get it quite as good as Massacre's. Wildfire, stop begging. You already ate yours. Leave this nice traveler alone. Well, go on, tuck in. No, put your gold away. It's only hospitable to help a fellow traveler. I'll tell you what, if you want to repay me, I'll let you do me a favor. I'll tell you the stories of my adventures with my friends when I first came to the Caliban frontier, and you can share them with your friends back home or on your travels. You could even leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you're so inclined. Well, it all started in a railman's office in Venturas years ago.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin of Daga, bringing her justice to the wilds of Ritoya.
I'm Konnor Shenold, and I play Konnor with a K, the kobold sorcerer who's finally out of the bag.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a roguish warlock controlling his fate with chaos.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a highborn halfling druid who has forsaken her family for the call of the frontier.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer wielding his arcane gifts to delve into the mysteries of the wilderness.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Caliban Frontier. Nighttime in the Caliban is always a bit of a crapshoot. You never know quite what is lurking outside in the wilds, ready to pounce on the unwary and unsuspecting. The five of you finally made it out of the last stop, heading out into the frontier in search of the dwarven artificer, Jasper Smithson. It's about a week's journey to the camp that Jasper calls home, and it seems that on your first night out, the frontier has a surprise for you. As you were sleeping peacefully, dreaming the night away, our dear paladin Gideon Block on watch, a strange, poisonous fog rolled in, obscuring the land around you, making it difficult to see both friend and foe. A voice spoke out from the fog. Oh, it's so nice to have friends for dinner. Gideon, what are you going to do?
I'm not doing really well. I got bit and a couple of claw strikes against me. Is this thing around me?
Yes, you can kind of sense its presence, that this creature is still close. However, because this is a very, very thick fog, supernaturally thick, and it is obscuring the area pretty completely, so you would still be at disadvantage to attack this creature, but you can sense that it's nearby and just toying with you.
Now, we've gotten rid of about half the fog, hadn't we?
10 feet of fog.
Yeah.
So Zonimus has slipped outside of it.
I'm outside of it.
He's outside. Connor is clear. Yeah. I'm clear.
Right. And
right.
So it's you and I are still
Are you guys across from each other, kind of? Like at 1 o'clock and 3
I
o'clock?
don't know.
On the
Ash just said that I blew
Sure.
Connor.
Yeah.
I rolled percentile, or I had Kiri roll percentile to see who she cleared.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I realized
how close would Mokrin and Gideon be if we're like at 10 and 4?
I would say
like
probably a good 15.
Okay, that's kind of what I'm picturing in my head.
Well,
so we
I
can't see each other.
No.
Okay.
And I realized immediately that I had made a mistake just as soon as I had done the last episode, because I should have done something different.
I believe you have cast magic weapon though.
I had cast magic weapon on my gun, which is
Not
in essence
Range.
worthless while I am staying. So we are going to put my gun away,
Okay.
draw my rapier,
Okay.
drop magic weapon, because that's a concentration spell, And bonus action, Shield of Faith. I know it's going to be at disadvantage, but we're going to go ahead and attack.
Okay.
I do get 2 attacks. We'll see if we can maybe actually hit something.
See if you can connect with this beast.
Yes, let's start with my rapier attacks. At disadvantage. That'd be a natural 1.
Oh no.
Second attack. Oh, that's a 16 and a 19. That would be a 22 to hit.
That will hit. You swing once wild with your rapier, and this massive shape in the fog jumps to the left. Very cat-like, but you manage with the backswing to catch it.
5 points of damage. And I know it's going to get an opportunity attack if it wants it, but I am going to run my 30 feet to try to find a way out of the fog.
Okay, it will basically attempt to sink its claws into your back.
I have a +2 to my AC because of Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that would only be a 13. So you kind of start moving out of its reach, and you feel the ghost of these claws just whiffing barely against your coat as you take off. So you move your full movement and do manage to get out of this radius of fog. So you're on the outside, and again, looking into it, again, all you can see is just shapes in the mist.
Is it like the movie The Mist?
Little bit.
Just trying to get a vibe here.
Did I need to do a Constitution save because it was the beginning of my...
Nope, you are not ending your turn in the fog.
Gotcha.
So we will move on to Zonimus. You are also outside of this fog.
I am. I stood up and went straight backwards. So, in my mind's eye, Poppy should still be right where she is, and I am behind her. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to pull out my flask, shake it up, and ding a ring against it.
Okay.
Like a bell in the fog on a ship.
Yeah.
To let you know where I am. Did I hear Gideon's rapier gush against something?
Yeah, you heard a sword hit connect.
What, I need to roll for the direction, or are we so close that it would make sense it's over there?
I would say you can kind of tell where he's at, but again, still really heavily obscured. Listening, yeah, you can kind of get a sense, but still, it's like you have to have that visual confirmation.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of walk the direction I think it was.
Okay.
Pinging my ring against my flask.
Okay.
Every little bit.
Are you walking just around the fog, or?
Yeah, around the edge
Okay.
of it.
So yeah, I'm about to say, as soon as you get kind of a good 20 feet around this radius, you do spot where Gideon is outside of the fog.
Okay. I'm going to ding it. Hopefully he looks over and sees me, and then I'm going to spend the rest of my turn. I'm going to go for my gun, and I'm going to remember that I don't do that anymore.
You don't?
But I felt something bub against my arm, and I start searching through the pockets I have inside my jacket, and I pull out these 2 bracers.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember seeing Anarchy wear these and what they do.
Well, it's just the one.
The one, oh, it's just the one?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's times.
But you get to pull
X.
2 daggers out of it.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought it was like 1 each. I was getting all like, do that sound effect when I record the sound. So I put that on, and I feel like I've done a lot this turn, so I'll end there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pinging my flask. Bring out your dead. I'm the beacon in the fog in the darkness.
All right. Well, so that will bring us to the beastie. Oh dear, there goes main course. Well, why don't we go find dessert? As Makrin, something bounds over and pounces upon you.
Makrin's a snack.
I was thinking that they were going to say an appetizer and head for me.
All right, so Makrin, we will do a 24 as something bites, chomps onto your arm.
You are stone skinned, but I don't think that goes up to 24.
No, I have done that cracked earth thing, but that is not enough. But the 24.
Be 22 piercing.
Oof! Wowzers!
Ooh.
So it chomps down on you, and then you feel these 2 claws
Yes.
just boom, boom, one after the other. It'll be another 24 on one of the claw attacks.
Was here too?
Be 12.
So an additional 24 and an additional 12.
Well, so it was a 24 to hit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
24 to hit for 12 more points of slashing. And then the 3rd claw is a hit.
Okay. I got real nervous there for a minute. Yeah. So
Because the 3rd claw was only a 13.
did I see anything, or was it just like fog billowed forward and then like chakunk?
Yeah, like you kind of get this vague sense of, again, it's this very large creature, and it's very cattish when like the ears like
Okay.
Your teeth come out and like grab you and like bite onto you and kind of shake a little bit.
So quadruped.
And then like the claws come in, but then it just kind of fades back into this fog.
Kitty!
And that will bring us around to Poppy.
Okay. Can I get a vague direction on where Makrin just screamed?
Very vague, yes.
Okay, I'm going to, and I didn't describe this. I forget that sometimes we're a podcast and people don't know what goes on in my brain.
They can't see us, and
So-
also, they can't.
They don't know things that I don't say out loud.
Exactly. You gotta say it out loud.
So I've got gust of wind, and it feels like I just got like super lungs. And so I'm going to try to point this as best I can. Let me ask you this. Wildfire gets advantage on smell and hearing checks. Can he give me the help action? See if I can't figure out where Makrin is? I say, Wildfire, point on Makrin. Can he do like a pointer? I know he's not a pointer. He's a wolf.
Where's Makrin, boy?
Where's Makrin? No, I actually like that. Yes, I will allow it.
Okay, so let's see if we can't find Makrin. Oh,
Smells of sulfur.
Okay, so that's going to be a 19.
19? Okay. To find
Makrin.
Yes. Yeah.
At least a 10-foot area of where I think
you find.
Makrin is.
I will say with that, you find the general area where Makrin is and blast this 10-foot line.
So I'm going to turn towards Makrin and just like a big birthday candle.
Yeah, and you just exhale. And yes, I like it. Okay, so that means my beastie
And Makrin.
and Makrin will have to make strength saves.
Okay.
But you'll be out of the fog.
One way or the other.
It's not water.
Within
It's
where he
air.
is.
So
Is there any possibility he's still within 10 feet of me? Or have I
think
moved out of his range?
I think
It was
it was
just,
moved out of the fog.
Yeah,
so
I feel like you
just
would have
making
moved
sure,
out of
otherwise
range
he'd
with
get a
Makrin.
bonus. But darn.
DC 14.
Okay.
How'd you
What'd
do?
you get, Makrin?
A 2.
Let me tell you what happens.
Of
So-
course it does.
What'd we say?
you go on a
You're
vision
pushed.
quest.
And guess what, Makrin? It's that time!
Oh my god.
You get pushed 15 feet away from me down the line.
So right into the thing.
I mean, they didn't say that it was behind you.
In my head, you like came around behind me. Maybe I'll go sideways.
No.
I feel like.
I don't know if you know how
Right
wind works.
into the campfire.
No.
But now you can see.
He was on the other side of the campfire
Yes.
from me.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about this.
You'll be warm for the rest
Oh,
of your
this
life.
is true. You could have like shoved me, say for example, east.
I
or
shoved
whatever,
you
out of the fog.
out of the fog.
Out of
Right.
the fog.
Yeah, so use your bonus action to change the direction that the gust of wind is going, and you blow another 10-foot chunk, 60-foot long, out of this fog.
2 questions when you're done.
Okay. Blowing Makrin!
Just getting ready. Whoa! Dude.
I'm just imagining him like tumbling head over heels. It's
Totally.
it's that Oklahoma wind. It blows just right, and you're like, wee!
But are you still in the fog? No.
But you do also reveal the shape of a massive lynx. And it sits there for a second, because it got a 22 to stay put. So these massive claws are just digging into the earth as it looks to you and just, oh my, what a little morsel. But yes, you reveal the form of a massive lynx, and yes, it is the lynx who is speaking.
Kitty. Okay, my 2 questions. Number 1, how far away is Makrin from me now that I've blowed him 15 feet farther?
Let's say he was 10 feet away to start with, so now he's about 35.
Okay,
Yeah.
next question. So that spell, it's an action to cast, but it's a bonus action to move. So could I use my action to cast a bonus action spell?
Well, okay, so with the Gust of Wind, it's an action to cast. It is a concentration spell. And it's a bonus action to move it, because you still have it up, because you're concentrating on it. So you could cast a cantrip as your action.
Okay. Well, I was gonna give you a little healing, but you're just gonna have to hold on.
I'm okay. Bloodied, but not. I'm okay.
We'll do a thunderclap,
Okie dokes.
because that's a cantrip, so that's a con saving throw.
Okay, con save for my beastie.
DC 14.
Modified 20.
Yeah, he good. Or she. They're good.
So you just get this big kitty grin. You see
But
the
there was a big
fangs.
thunder. And I do cast Thunderclap by going full like T-pose and then just clapping.
Nice. Love it. All right, is that all for you, Miss Poppy?
Wildfire will continue to do the thing where he defends us if we are threatened. And I brought his card this time, so I'll remember.
All right. Makarin.
So I stumble sideways, and then I can see it, and so I touch my vest pocket, and I cast with a movement of my palm turned upwards and my fingers out splayed. I cast Erupting Earth.
Okay.
Underneath the beastie. It's a 20-foot cube, and the Lynx needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
DC 15.
15.
I
Okay.
think it's about the same as
You do capture this lynx
Yes.
in your earthen grasp.
So 3d12, 2 6s, and an 11. So it takes 23 points of damage from
Nice.
the earth just exploding up from underneath it.
Nice. This earth just explodes up around it, and this prairie just envelops this thing, and you hear a surprised cry from this lynx as it just looks down at this earth that's holding it.
Cool.
But it does chuckle a little.
It's got attitude.
That's adorable. Is that all for you?
As a move... No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. So that will bring us to Konnor.
I don't like that it talks. So weird. So I'm going to try and hit this thing again.
Okay.
And Makarin's not close enough for pack tactics, but is still night out, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That'll be another 12.
12. Yeah, it just goes wild.
This will be
your
the
heart.
one spell Konnor can never get off.
Chaos.
This weird ball of chaotic magic just sails past that, and Connor's like, ugh.
the lynx just watches it go overhead. Cute.
I proceed to
I will eat you last.
curse at it in Draconic in my frustration.
Okay, that brings us back to the top. Gideon,
All right, so can I see this thing now?
you can see it now.
And is it within 30 feet?
Sure.
Okay, I will charge at it
Shooter!
with with my rapier out, and we're gonna start with an attack. So we're just regular old roll,
Okay.
starting with a 23.
23 will hit.
We'll take a 1d8, and I think we're gonna take another d8.
And a whiskey drink and a vodka
I
drink?
think we're gonna take another d8 because we are going to smite.
Yeah!
Smite me, oh mighty smiter.
How about a 19 points of damage?
Woo!
Nicely done. Proud of you.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
I'm less proud of you now.
16 points of damage.
16.
I'm 3% less proud of you.
And let's go. My second attack.
Okay.
A 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
All right. And we're going to go with another smite using 2 first level spells to do this. But I do want to make sure this is neither a fiend nor an undead, correct?
Give me a nature.
Nature would be 11.
11. Okay. No, it is neither of those.
That's just to roll an extra die if it is one of those two. But here we go.
It looks like the links in my book, but the links in my book can talk.
The lynx in your book is much, much smaller and cannot speak.
14 points of damage.
Demon links.
Nice.
All right. Anonymous.
What can I see?
You see a giant lynx,
Okay.
very big. You see Makarin, who has been just tumbled out of the fog. Konnor is out kind of somewhere just trying to lob these bolts of chaos magic
Okay.
at this creature. And you see Poppy, who is currently being stared at by this lynx as it's licking its chops.
Okay.
And Wildfire's behind me going, grrr.
And Gideon, you're right at it? Mm-hmm. How's it looking? How's the lynx looking?
Bloodied.
Oh,
Come on. We can do this.
Just bloody?
Just bloodied.
we haven't done that much damage to it, really.
So
Makarin
bonus,
didn't
I
get
haven't been able to hit it, so.
bonus action
60 points of
hex.
those.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Look at this warlock.
And I'm going to pick Dex.
That would fit with what I'm doing, but we're not metagaming.
I know. I'm trying to pick. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a meeting one day. I'll pick Dex.
Okay, and well,
Okay.
it's also Dex checks, not
Saving
saving throws.
throws.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to do my dagger thing.
As an action, you can pull 2 daggers forth from the bracer of flying daggers, and then you may throw them.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna do it in a fancy way where I slide my hand across it and I pull 2 out, but as my hands pass over each other from my wrist, I hold one in one hand, one in the other, and flick, flick.
Adorable.
Nice.
Unless
Nicely done.
my hand's got something in it.
You gotta be so cool.
He's legally required.
It is
Let's see if he.
It's in his contract.
Coyote demands
6,
coolness.
16 plus.
They don't
4 is
play with no
20,
nerds.
30,
20.
20.
Okay.
And then you're right there with him?
Yes. Sneak attack, buddy.
Booyah.
Come on.
So,
Boom, baby.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus.
Ooh.
What is it's been a while. Oh, so
Hex is
12,
1 extra d8. Or
13, 14,
d6.
15.
15? You throw this dagger and it hits it like kind of in the meat of the shoulder, and you just get a
Second dagger?
second
Is
dagger.
that what we're doing?
I don't know.
tell
Is
us.
17 on the
that
die.
what we're doing? Yes, that will hit.
Yes, okay. And then.
Okay.
3.
Oh, but I can't do that.
And do you still get to add your hex, though?
Yep, Hex gets
Still
added
go.
to all
Jeez,
attacks.
I do 5. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. I'm the rules manager. I can't
No,
help
it's fine. 'Cause I'm in sneak attack mode, so I'm like just once.
Yeah, Hex is
Yeah,
like Hunter's
all the
Mark. It's
time.
on all
Yeah.
attacks.
Okay.
You now have a very unhappy Lynx.
Just in your book, Poppy.
No.
And dinner's back on the menu. Come at me.
Meat's back on the menu, boys!
Eating good tonight.
We're having fish tonight.
Well, so you see the Lynx, and it considers its options for a moment, and then it just.
No.
And it releases this breath, and once more the fog returns. Again, 40-foot radius. So yes, Gideon, you are currently encased in the fog with the Lynx. And that is its turn.
So that's a positive.
So, Poppy.
Okay. I blow in the same spot
There you go.
because I don't feel like it moved.
If anything, you see Gideon when it's over.
So I just hold on, wildfire.
All right, so the
that's-
Lynx gets a.
And you too. DC 14, strength.
Oh, Lord.
Oh dear. We're both flying.
We flying.
Is it dex?
It's strength.
Strength.
You gotta
That's
hold yourself down.
the only time I don't pick a paladin with strength. 7.
So both Gideon, you and the Lynx.
Make a pile with Mockridge.
You're like,
Yeah, let's say Mockridge. Give me a dex save.
natural one.
Great, you land on a pile of rocks.
What were we saying about how
yeah.
characters that aren't afraid to fail? Holy
So
jeepers,
yes, the
Batman.
Lynx, Gideon, and Mockridge are in this pile together.
But you're not in the fog.
I'm imagining because the Lynx was between Poppy and Gideon, so the Lynx is on top.
It's very heavy. It's a large creature.
Fire the forge, get off me!
I wanted to see some tumbleweeds.
Is that all for you, Poppy? Because
Yep.
That's your
'cause
bonus action.
that's
Oh, was there
all
any damage to that, or was that?
Nope, it just blows you away.
blown.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have any.
Just get pushed 15 feet away in a direction
they're all
following
far
the
away.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not in the fog, which is
fog.
more important.
Yep. I'm good. Wildfire do what wildfire do.
Okay. Wildfire growling, look intimidating.
Yep. Protect me.
All right, Mockridge.
All
so you
right.
are currently
At the bottom.
underneath a paladin and a Lynx.
I
I'm picturing Gimli in the two towers with the warg, and then an orc, and then another warg. He's just like, ah!
exactly. That's exactly.
Legolas, I know you're my boyfriend, but dang it.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the original plan, and so.
But you're not in the fog.
Not the fog. That's what matters.
On the bright side, you're not in the fog anymore.
So he starts swirling some of that wonderful, little green misty liquid, and it goes golf ball, then it goes grapefruit, and then it goes bowling ball size.
Ooh.
And he's just gonna try to just fling it right there away.
Hand pops
from
out
him.
from the bottom of the pile and just yoinks it. Just like.
What you do? Natural 20!
Dice happen.
Oh, that's
Amazing.
So that's going to be 5d8 on the old chromatic orb.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
How's it 5d8?
Because I went. Oh no! Wait. Sorry.
That's an odd number.
Yeah, if you double the dice, you cannot be a 5d8.
No, because he went to 3rd level.
Right,
So instead
but
of
you still doubled the dice because of.
And you got to
You crit, dude.
All right, so now I got to do math. Hold on. 10,
So 10d8.
10, 8,
Oh.
10, 18, 24 points of damage in the first set.
as the English
Those
teacher
are dead
performs
links.
math.
Hey, we get there.
24 plus 18, whatever that is, we need to do math.
42.
42 plus another 4 is 46 points of damage.
Why
from
you
this
gotta be
chromatic
so cool,
orb.
Mockrin?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I said get off!
I have a new battle tactic. Mockrin lays down and we throw the bad guy on top of him. Every fight.
Mockrin has to be in
Wow.
a high stress situation in order to. Like,
It
pull
works
out the
because
big
I was
guns.
totally with the earth. I'm just laying.
He's got as much connection to the natural power as possible.
It won't just
And
my
it
feet
just
this time.
channels through it.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Amazing.
Holy smokes, Batman!
Proud of you.
Oh Lord, yeah, no, you just feel like the acid just rain down on the form of this lynx, and it just fur singe smell, and it's
That was
But-
my plan all along.
it looks incredibly injured.
We're fixing to clean
You can
your
do it, Konnor.
forge.
You can do it.
That's right. Connor, it's all up to you.
So yeah, Konnor.
Finish him.
Okay.
It, them.
So
Hit it.
now I have pack tactics. And I like Connor really wants the spell to go off because it's cool.
I gotta be cool like Mockrin.
Connor-
Mockrin is just so cool.
We're just
I
passing
can't
the
make him.
core
I can't let him be cooler than me. I'm the Bert in this Ernie.
I'm
situation.
supposed to be the mentor around here.
That's how you throw an orb.
Yeah. So trying once again, this weird undulating mass pulls up into a ball, and he's going to fling it. The modified 20.
Hey!
Okay.
So 2d8. Pick
2d8.
two different colors, because one of them you're going to have to pick as the type of damage.
Yes, I will pick my sparkly die for what damage it does.
Okie dokie.
The sparkles of selection.
Acid damage.
That sorcerer's working together out there.
Yeah, and that will be sadly only 4 points, but 4 points of acid damage.
But it hit.
But it hits.
That's pretty much all you needed to
Yes,
Yay!
bring this beastie down.
I killed it.
I covered everything.
I killed it.
I killed it.
Way to go, Connor.
And as it falls, the form itself just seems to dissolve into mist.
Happy Red Dirt D&D Day, everybody. I love this game so much. I hope you do too. Please come join us on the Red Dirt D&D Patreon and receive early access to episodes. Join us on the Discord server for banter and fan theories. Get access to the behind-the-scenes roundtable, as well as DM classes. And did you know that there are only 4 slots left at the Platinum Dragon tier, which gets you and 3 of your friends a gaming session with Ash as your Dungeon Master? Oh my gosh. Come join some wonderful folks like Jamie and Derek and Tim and David and Tim A and Sheila and others who have added fuel to our Patreon train. It all starts for as little as $5 a month. And last but not least, if you haven't written a review or left a rating yet, would you please do that? Every star you give helps the Caliban frontier shine just a little brighter. Thank you so much. Remember to check out patreon.com at Red Dirt D&D. Also, leave a review at your favorite podcast website and rating system, place a majigger thing. And now, let's get back to the Caliban frontier.
As soon as the creature dies, the fog that it had created slowly dissipates away.
Hey, Connor, I like this plan. I soften them up and you finish them off for me.
Poppy,
Mockrin did most of that.
you got any idea what that might have been?
Well, really big A demon lynx is my current working theory.
I will take either a nature or an arcana.
Okay.
Can I also try it?
Yes, you may.
Oh, that
Natural 20.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Mine was
Once it fades out, you know what it is. You're like, oh wait.
I've heard stories about this.
Yes, so this, dear Gideon, your mother probably told you, like, tales about these creatures. This would have been a vapor lynx.
Ooh.
They are creatures of fog and mist that coalesce into the form of a massive lynx. They really enjoy whenever they hunt. They like to
cat and mouse.
taunt their prey and chat with it.
And that was a monstrosity, right?
Yes, they are.
So
They are
can't, so,
monstrosity.
so Poppy can't turn into one.
Nope,
And
you
that's
cannot
too bad.
become a vapor
But
lynx.
I would like to say that, because I thought about this last time, but I forgot to mention it. As we meet all kinds of different creatures like Yodis and vapor lynxes, I'm adding to my book. I just shoved pages in the back of the book, and I'm going to find the guy that wrote this book and make him write my book.
Right. Just go to the publisher.
Gideon, that's good info and everything, and I appreciate your protection, but could you please get off me now?
I'm not on you anymore. You blew both of us off there with it. However, who's been hurt here? You and I think are the only ones that have been hurt. So I'm going to give, just because we're still finishing up a long rest, so I'm going to give you and I 15 points of healing.
Okay.
Just in case another one shows up.
Right. Hey, y'all, sorry about that. I should have been more on alert, but why don't y'all go back to sleep? I'll just finish out this watch, and like anybody could sleep after that.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I'll go right.
I pull out the guitar and just start just playing a little bit, just playing around, playing a little tune.
So you gotta bring it like back in tune because
Yeah, I'm tuning it up and letting you guys just rest as we try to settle back in from whatever, that vapor lynx. That
give me a performance check, Gideon.
All right. Natural 1. but that is a 4.
I take the guitar.
Yeah, it's just that whole again.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since you've played. You're not used to this guitar yet because brand new guitar, or at least brand new to you guitar, and so you're gonna have to tweak it a little more before it starts sounding real good.
I'm just noodling around with it, but it's not good. But hopefully, at least kind of will calm what we've just been through.
Gideon, darling, sweetheart, you're giving me a headache.
What are you trying to play?
No, I'm not playing anything.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how to do this. I played it before, but it has been 14 years, and in that time, I was kind of drunk. There's a lot of stuff that I have forgotten.
You would never know you'd played one before.
I know, but
You probably sounded a lot better back in your drinking days, dude.
I didn't play while I was drinking. That's the problem. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
I know it's just a giant lynx and stuff, but this caterwauling, you gotta stop.
Well, yeah. When I was drinking, it was the flute.
You hear eventually at some point like Wildfire's just like sitting there and like tail thumping, just along with your.
I feel you, buddy.
You sure you don't want to go back in the back on her?
I might take you up on that offer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that aside. And he never played guitar again.
We always carried it.
Bad.
We never played it. We'll get you some lessons.
All right, I'll get better.
It'll come as it.
You'll remember.
So, Bobby, you have any more of that connection to She Who Weeps? And I kind of show you. I've got this. I still have this really big.
Oh, you
gash.
need some more healing?
Yeah.
Sure,
It was like,
I can give you some healing.
What about I say you're about to finish out a long
I was gonna
rest.
say we're gonna sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So we could do all that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You'll be fine.
I forgot.
Listen, here's what I know about nature: is it takes care of itself. Just rub some dirt in it. You'll be fine.
Just go to sleep.
I forgot in this particular iteration of the universe that healing's a lot easier.
Oh yeah. Thanks for that flashback to all my baseball coaches from high school. Just rub some dirt in it.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
Dirt's
for
good for
Mockerin,
you.
that works. He's one.
He's a stone. Yeah.
Maybe it'll work better for a dwarf. Who knows? The rest of the night passes peacefully. Eventually, the pale light of dawn emerges on the horizon. Sunrise in the Kalban, absolutely gorgeous. The pale pinks fading in from the blues that then turn into brilliant oranges, and then finally sunrise. It's that feeling that makes you understand why people want to be out here, why they choose it, despite it being difficult. For the most part, your journey north passes without incident, other than your initial brush with the Vapor Lynx. However, as you reach the last day of your journey, the wind starts to kick up, and looking out to the horizon, you see roiling in on the clouds a dust storm.
I should have done Druidcraft this morning.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try and see if I can immediately find us any kind of a shelter.
Okay, give me a survival check.
I want to take a look at that dust storm coming up. And is it like a big, long, grand, wide dust storm, or does it seem like maybe we're seeing the dust kick off in a bunch of
19.
Okay, give me a perception check on this. We'll follow up on you in just a moment.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're like trying to think through it, and you're like, I don't know, but whatever it is, it looks bad. So, Gideon, you start looking around, and you're like, okay, where's a good place to actually settle in? And off to a little ways ahead, you actually do see the strangest thing. Is that a bird, man, thing?
What?
I start leading us in that direction.
Yeah, and you see this bird, man, thing actually does notice you, and like holds up a hand, waves, and like is beckoning you over.
Oh yeah, I start moving as quickly as I can. As soon as I'm in shouting distance, I say, howdy, we're seeing a dust storm coming in. Do you have a place we might be able to find some shelter?
Come, inside, now.
Does he have wings and arms?
Yes.
Okay, so we got 6 appendages.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I catch the lineage of the Artificer?
He's dwarven.
Yes, the Artificer is dwarven.
Okay.
Artificer?
He's got lineage down, he just doesn't have artificer. Or window
You
seal.
can only do one. You can't do the other one.
Maybe I said it that way on purpose. for the halibut.
But yes, you see, he's kind of pointing you guys to this. It looks a bit like a rock formation, but you can see a fissure between them. And it is big enough to like bring in your cart and the horses. Yes, the wings are very big, and he's kind of like fluttering up and like watching the storm really closely as you all just manage to kind of ride in before just this wall of sand hits. And of course, this bird guy steps down next to you and is like, come.
How tall is he?
6 foot.
Okay, so he's about my height.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he can stare you straight in the eye, and like with the wings, he looks much bigger.
Do I know what he is?
Give me a nature or history.
19.
They're not usually around these parts, but this is an Arakokra.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aarakocra. Howdy, friend. Thank you so much for giving us a shelter here. Where are we?
With friend.
That's obvious. You're a friend. That's fantastic. Well, lead us on wherever you're going.
I'll look over at Konnor and say the last thing that called us friend out here tried to kill us and eat us.
Yes, the Arakokra like dips his head. It's that whole bird walking on the ground type thing. You know, they're kind of awkward at it. It's kind of this little like skip hop as it goes down like the line of this canyon until you actually see a literal door into the side of this fissure. And it opens it up and come, friends.
Is it still the floor of a canyon, or has it become more of a foundation?
Yeah, it actually looks like someone has like built a home in this fissure.
A wooden door, a metal
So
door?
hardwood floor,
wooden door.
Okay. We've actually moved into someone's house in a
And
cave.
friend's house.
Let's make our way in.
The bird is surprisingly nice.
It actually is kind of like a little
Exactly.
shelter where you can leave the horses.
But what about my best friend?
Your
I'm here.
BFF.
Well,
The wildfire can trot
leave,
in.
and we can leave the horses there outside the.
Yeah, like I said, there's kind of a little stable where you do see a pony is stabled there.
I changed my mind. I told Wildfire to keep watch and give us a howl.
The Arakokra motions you all into what appears to be somebody's home. And inside, you hear a bit of a gruff voice, but the accent is definitely not frontier. Hey, Birdbrain, who have you brought this time? And emerging from the back part of this dwelling is a dwarf.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Macron Stonechaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Connor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban frontier.